You're friendly, unabashed cup cutter. I slice through the turf like warm butter, planting dreams in the grass, one putt under. You're friendly, unabashed cup cutter.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, your friendly unabashed cup cutter. If you're new to the podcast, there are a few things that I like to do. One, I like to have a weekly episode with Cargo, my co-host, where we talk about golf. Two, I like to give greenskeepers insights because, as you know, I'm your friendly unabashed cup cutter. I cut cups for a living. The third thing I like to do is travel all over Tampa Bay and beyond and have conversations in my 1971 Volkswagen bus. I like to talk to club fitters, golf pros, superintendents, cart girls, you name it. I'm talking to everybody. And how about if I talk to a gentleman that came up with an app that if you're about to go on a golf trip and you just want to make it so easy to know when your tee times are at, if who's playing the skins and so forth, I'm talking to that gentleman right now. And this is Chris Jones.
Yes.
From, one more time, where are you from again?
Live in Parkland, Florida now.
Holy cow, the gentleman's from. So brother, thanks for wanting to be on the podcast, bro.
Sure, Dave. Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me meet Tink.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. And what's crazy, which I didn't realize, hey, first off, you drove quite the distance to be here today.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Oh, good.
I know, man. I know you talked about you had something that had canceled earlier on, but still, if I would have known, I would have made some different arrangements where we could have met halfway, whatever it may be. But
no, this is a great day to do it. Happy it all worked out. Happy to be here.
Absolutely, man. And I'm sorry I couldn't get a chance for us to go golfing too. So like I jacked up my neck the other day, and then like my back is on fire. But I would love to bring you out here.
Golf will always be there for us.
Sir, absolutely. With the golf commissioner. So anyway, before we get started about the golf commissioner app that you came up with, which is just awesome, we got to know a little bit more about Chris Jones. So Chris, where are you from?
That's kind of a loaded question. I think like you, I'm a military brat. So Dad was in the Air Force for almost 25 years.
Wow.
We moved all over the world. Heavy in the Pacific. Got the opportunity and the good fortune to live in Hawaii as a kid, which is definitely a core memory. Some of the best years of my life, definitely there. Just
I bet.
living on the island. Man, one thing about Hawaii I don't get, so many of my friends would try to get in trouble because they missed the mainland and they'd go try to get back and sent home to live with grandma or whatever. It's like, man, people save up for their entire life and never get to see something so beautiful. So
right?
Hawaii is one of those special places for us. So.
Wow, awesome. So originally from Hawaii. Oh, not a military brat, but I mean, you lived all over.
Lived all over, a lot in the Southeast. For short story's sake, I always tell people I'm from Georgia. My dad retired from the Air Force living in Central Georgia.
That's where you probably graduated from high school, probably.
High school, went to University of Georgia, lived in Atlanta for a bunch of years, and then moved to Florida.
No, I hear you, man. It's funny. Like I call Maine home only because that's where my stepdad retired from the Navy.
Yeah.
And that's where I graduated high school. So, I mean, I don't call them Maine home. I just call it that because that's where my wife and I met in high school. And then obviously that's where my dad retired. So I completely understand. How was that like for you?
You know, it's one of those things you don't really realize it until you are older and you look back at it. You meet people like, oh, this is my friend since kindergarten. We went to elementary, middle school. And you realize that that's maybe a building block in life you missed out on. But I think that kind of nomadic lifestyle really formed me as a person. I'm a little bit more type A. I'm social. We would move during the summer because my parents always wanted us to finish out that school year for continuity's sake. Me and my younger sister, would go door to door knocking like, hey, do you have any kids our age that want to play? So some of that shyness that some people experience or lack of social skills, I don't know that I don't have or do have. So
I can't agree with you more. And I don't know if you saw a previous episode with Phil Brady. Phil Brady. Phil Brady from Shanker's Golf. Yeah, have you met him before?
Yeah, I know Phil. Played Northdale with him.
Oh, that's awesome. So great. Damn, I should have had Phil here too then. So you know where I'm going at with this.
Yeah.
The fact that we're all three of us, and I know we have other friends that are probably in the same situation. We're military brats. You know what I mean? We're half Asian. We're either, no, you're not white. No, you're not Asian. You're something in between. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We get shunned upon, whatever it may be. And the fact that we had, in a way, almost had to reinvent ourselves each time we moved.
Yeah.
How to find new friends, new things. And I think you're absolutely right. Like, I don't appreciate that. I appreciate that a hell of a lot more now as an adult. Then you're right. Maybe we would be much shy. We won't be able to put ourselves out there to be, a lot of people are afraid of putting themselves out there to be embarrassed or to be judged.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that. You know what I mean? We don't. Yeah.
And that's, sports obviously is a big vehicle for making friends in childhood. And I think that's also very formative in terms of your fiber as a person, and you know, not to bring gender into it, but sometimes as a man, like you got to play sports, you have to be athletic, and so that's just what's expected of you, and that kind of led me to team sports, and then sometimes individual sports, tennis, golf, and so that's kind of what got me here today.
Awesome.
Just all part of the story.
That's awesome, man. Oh, good stuff. So you're all over the place, and now here you are, and you're, how old are we?
43.
Awesome, bro. So my age. Just actually, I'll be 46 this year. But we watch the same stuff. We watch, the whole thing.
Same ilk for sure.
Absolutely. Oh man, absolutely. So when did you end up here in Florida?
I moved from Atlanta to the Melbourne, Florida area in 2011.
Okay.
And then met the woman who is now my wife, Vanessa. And we were dating for a very short period of time, and I took a promotion to Houston, Texas. So she took a chance on me, and we packed up and moved in together.
Awesome.
Tiny little apartment in Houston, Texas. And then she is originally from Coral Springs down in Broward County, which is the area we live now, why we live there. So we had the opportunity to move to Tampa from Houston in 2015. So we lived in Carrollwood. Golfed all the local golf courses, still have some of my best friends here in the area. You mentioned Phil, another guy who sat in this seat, Travis Stevens.
Awesome.
Who's now stationed in Hawaii in Kaneohe. So yes, golf has introduced me to some really, really great people that have created lasting friendships all over the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, so about 5 years ago, we ended up in Broward County. So that's where we are now.
Oh, awesome. So again, thank you very much for making the trek up here. But I love the fact that how you touched on it briefly is about golf and meeting people. Yeah. Who would have thought that we have two mutual friends? I mean, I'm sure we got others, possibly. But the fact that Travis Stevens and Phil Brady both have been in that same fucking seat. F.U.C.C, guys. Okay, F.U.C.C. But I mean, the fact that they've all been, how fucking cool is that?
It's nice.
Oh man, it's awesome. I mean, when I know you told me briefly that you knew Travis, okay, cool. And just now that you know Phil too as well, man, that is awesome. We got to get together. Oh man, we're gonna make that happen.
Unfortunately, Phil videoed me getting my butt kicked, and when he and Big Dave used to do their match play.
Big Dave, that's the other guy. That's right.
So yeah.
Oh, the 2v2 scram. What is it? 2v2 or 1v1 videos?
Yeah.
So what's the video that you were in? Because we're gonna put that tab right here so people can watch it. Shout out to Phil Brady.
Well, he'll have to tag it, but it's me versus Mike Arizola. We dubbed him the Mexican Strangler because he took me out pretty quick. But it was fun.
Oh man.
Phil has a saying like everybody has a lot of game until they're in front of the cameras. So
very true. Oh man, I
exemplified that.
Phil Brady's awesome, man. I mean, Ryan, he's just a good, wholesome dude. I loved having him on the podcast as a guest co-host. The fact that, he's going to be coming along with me on other trips. He's just a good dude.
He really is.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. Oh shit, man. So let's talk about golf then. How did you get into golf? Or when did you pick up your first club? Let's start with that.
So honestly, it was when we were stationed at Hickam in Hawaii. There was a par 3 course on the base, and my dad would take me there just so I could experience it. He wasn't a big golfer, but my grandfather, his dad, is a big time golfer. So when you live in Hawaii, everybody under the sun wants to come visit. So of course you love having friends and family visit and kind of not brag, but be proud that you live in paradise. So my grandfather would come and say, "You live in a golfer's paradise. Why don't you play the game?" So I really enjoyed time with my grandfather because as a military brat, you kind of get some of that time with your family, extended family, stolen from you, so to speak. So I wanted my time with my grandfather to be very meaningful, and so golf is a great way to do it. And you spend a couple hours on a par 3 course together, and that was my time with my grandfather, and that was a bond that we still have. We have a family reunion next week in Branson. And my grandfather and I are gonna get away from the family
beautiful,
for a little bit
man.
And tee it up, and he's in his 90s now. So my rounds of golf,
oh, dude, that's awesome.
Numbered, so I got.
It gives me goosebumps, bro. That's awesome, dude. But man,
I know it's something you've said before. One thing that's great about golf is that you can be a 40 handicap playing with a +4. You can play your own game, and as long as you enjoy the people you're with, everybody's gonna have a good time that day. And to build on that, one of the things like my wife kind of, when I first started taking my clubs on vacation, like, why do you do this? Like, somebody once told me golf is the only game that it matters where you play it. We're flat here in Florida. You go into the North Carolina mountains, you're going to have a different topography. But if I take my tennis racket with me, it's still going to be the same rectangular painted space. Might have a better view, or it might be colder, but it's still a very finite space you play in. Where golf, you're playing the course and the topography as much as you're playing what's between your ears.
So I know we're kind of all over the place. It's just, this is my podcast, is how I love to talk, because we're just having a conversation between you and I.
Yeah, I love
just
it.
whoever else wants to join. So I will add you to that list when we go to with Sean Witten.
I'd love to.
Because you mentioned him a second ago. Shout out to Sean Witten. Again, he does Golf Inspired.
Yeah.
He's amazing golf.
To do it for 30 years is amazing.
Oh my God. So the fact that you watched it and you hear the stories that he was talking about, it's about being present, right? Like we talked about it before we even started talking, man. It's about being present and with the guys and who you're with and just, holy shit, guys, we're here. You know what I mean? So the fact that you have that same passion, that you're about to do that with your grandfather who's in his 90s, that you said it yourself, like it's about, you never know where you're going to be at. Like, again, as you know, I played hockey. It's the ice rink. Same thing over and over and again. It was great. But for us to be able to pick this up on a go, wherever we're at, and just to, I'm sure you do it. I know I do it. I'm sure other folks that watch the podcast and listen on. When you go to a different location, you're already looking at the golf courses. I kid you not. Am I fucking right?
Yeah. Oh, every golfer we drive by a golf
Oh,
course,
100%. I got to make this a clip. You're absolutely right, bro. Right?
Yeah, you just give that little look. Even though you're seeing 0.1% of that golf course, you got to get a peek
Oh my
at it.
God. I was up in Pennsylvania for my grandmother's funeral. My brother and I were already looking at, and my two brother-in-laws. Oh, not the other one, Randy. Sorry, shout out to Randy Allard. He doesn't fucking golf. But Josh, my brother and I were like, dude, there's a golf course right by the hotel. What do we do? Like we were trying to plan, but you know what I mean? That's what's amazing about golf. It doesn't matter your skill level, and it doesn't matter, well, to an extent, who's with you. But to experience that at any location, wherever you're at for golf, for the company.
Yeah.
You're about to go golfing with your 90-year-old grandfather here pretty soon up in Branson. I mean, yeah, you can go on roller coasters and all that other shit. He's not going on any roller coasters.
He's going to skip Silver Dollar Seal yet.
Yeah, but the fact that you and him have that time together on the golf course for this few, that's fucking gorgeous, man.
It's priceless. It absolutely is. And I'm glad that he kind of was that shepherd for me to stay in the game of golf. Because he would, when I have a call with him, he's always telling me, he was like, oh man, I cleaned up in the money game today. He lives in Central Missouri. He's like, really, how much did you win, Grandpa? I was like, I took 75 cents today. They're playing penny bets, nickel.
Oh, I love that.
But they could be playing for seashells. And it's the pride.
Yes.
He was the winner that day. And I love getting caught up in those conversations with him.
Dude, that is fucking beautiful, man. Dude, that is awesome. I forgot we're doing a podcast, but it's just, that is beautiful, bro. Oh, fuck, dude.
It's one of my favorite parts. Like I used to travel a lot for work too.
Yep.
And I would either take my clubs with me if there's something like you. I'd look on the map, stay in
Yeah.
a hotel. I have this much time for this meeting. I could probably squeeze in a tight 18 or
Yeah.
at least get in 12 holes. And when you're playing as a single, you have some great conversations that are just very candid conversations.
Yes.
Of course, you have the same camp. What do you do? What do you do?
Yeah.
But then I have met people that I still keep in contact with.
Yeah.
Like if you're ever in Florida, hit me up. Or if I'm ever back up your way, I'll hit you up and we'll do it
Absolutely,
again.
man. You know what? I might just have to take some Tylenol. And if you got an hour, we'll go fucking, Tampa Palms is right there. My golf bag is here. My golf shoes are there. If you're a rider, we'll fucking go play 9 holes right now.
And that's what's great about it. You can
Dude.
go get an emergency 9 in and
Absolutely.
have time.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. I am so happy I've met you. All right, so because again, we'll talk about anything and everything as you saw in the podcast, which I greatly appreciate you following this whole journey from when I was posting on my own personal page to now. Brother, you're somewhere on the plane. Somewhere, maybe you might be getting us peanuts, or you might be, you know what I'm saying? But
Sure.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having an Asian giving us peanuts on the plane. Mile High Club, right? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But anyway, no, all right, bro. So you know what I love to do? I love to have a quickie.
Let's do it.
Let's have a Your Fuck Quickie, 5 quick questions, folks. This is where I give out 5 quick questions about golf to see if we're compatible. I already know we are, brother. All right, you ready? How many practice swings?
0.
Your favorite shot or club?
Love a good flop shot with a 60-degree wedge.
Oh,
'Cause
flop shot.
It's feast or famine.
Dude, you either... we'll talk about that in a second. Music or no music?
All the music.
Putting, do you read the green or do you just kind of go up and bat?
I look at the green, I step off the distance, and then I go.
Gotcha. Driver or passenger?
Passenger. I like
Shit.
to kick my feet up and enjoy the day.
Brother, 100%, man. All right. We can golf together. We might have to golf together the next 20 minutes. Your favorite shot, you said the flop wedge, man. What it really does that? That's a fucking hard shot.
It is. And when you go on golf trips, there's always going to be that caddy who's seen 1,000 people stand in that spot before you, and they just sit there shaking your head, and you tell yourself, nope, I'm going to be the guy that impresses you today. And odds are you aren't. but when you pull it off, it's just an amazing,
dude.
gratifying shot.
Oh, it really is, man. There's always one in every group of guys or gals that can do the flop shot. And we have Gabe, who's been on the podcast before. He's a co-host every once in a while. I work with him at Temple Palms. When he does that flop shot, opens up that face, and it's just butter. It's just butter in the way how it just flops down on there, man. And yeah, dude, that's awesome. You're the first one out of everybody. I've had over 60 plus conversations in this Volkswagen. 10 are about to be in the works of being published. You're the first one to say the flop shot.
Well, you know, so we all watch the pros do it, right?
Yeah.
I'm never going to hit the ball 340 yards off the tee. Like, that's not me. It's like when you watch the NBA. I'm not 6'6". I can't dunk.
Yeah.
Can I hit 10 free throws in a row like some of the pros? That's the flop shot of golf of basketball. Like, I can do that.
I like that. I will not drive it 300 plus, but damn it, that's going to be the sexiest flippity flop
Exactly.
onto the green. Bro, that's awesome. You're the first, I kid you not, you're the first one to say the flop shot, and it's very rare because it's such a difficult shot. You're right, because if you don't hit it, you're topping it or something, it's bullseye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
man.
the old adage is like, I don't always hit my 60-degree wedge 120 yards, but when I do,
Yeah.
I'm 10 yards off the green.
All right, man, let's talk about why you're here. The golf commissioner, right? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can see here, I have he's got his hat here, which is a sexy hat. Thank you, bro. I'm just gonna tie this around here, how that just changes right now. So, bro, I appreciate you for the hat. The golf commissioner.
Yep.
What is it? Let's throw that out there right now. What is the golf commissioner? Oh, dude, this is awesome. Sorry again. This is my podcast. I can do what I want.
Of course.
And this is yeah, dude, I appreciate it. Because I don't like to wear that one because I don't want to get dirty. This one, we're gonna keep it like that.
Yeah, hats are meant for wearing, right?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. So again, what's the golf commission?
So I've gotten asked that a lot over the last few months. And admittedly, this is something I've started just in earnest in the last 4 months or so. I tell people it is a digital headquarters for your golf trip or your golf group to keep everything in line. So I mainly speak to that one person in 8, that one person in 12 or 16, the organizer, the commission. Every group has a commissioner, whether they call it that or not. But he or she is the guy or gal that decides, we're going to do this trip. This is when we're doing it. This is what we're going to be spending. And then here's everybody who's going to be there, who's paired. Here's what time we're playing. They're also the people that get inundated with the text of, when do we play again? I just showed you that. I just sent out that email. I just sent out that spreadsheet. So the golf commissioner, like I said, is the digital headquarters where all of that is in one place. We're a web-based app. So you tell me about your group, your trip, your vibe. There's even on my website, if you go, there's an experience builder. And I distinctly asked for your vibe because I want to know, is this super competitive? Are you guys going to be not friends after this trip? Are you guys there just to have a good time, put a few bucks on the line, or play for dots, play for nothing? But you want to have something that you're doing. We put it all right there for you. We build a custom web app for you so we can do scheduling, smack talk, player bios, dining reservations, where people are staying, expense splitting. So at the end of the trip, there's nothing to settle. The skins are calculated for you, handicaps are managed, who spent what on the Airbnb or dinner that night. People connect their Venmos, their Zells, and it's all done. So at the end, you can walk away from a trip as an organizer knowing that, oh crap, I don't have that scorecard. Bobby's 8 looks like a 9 because he'd had a few too many on the 36th hole. There's beer on this one. So the app just handles all that. You know, all you need is one person per foursome. Because like you said, golf is about being present. So I'm not trying to get people to be addicted to their screens and all that. But
Of course.
you know, this is just a good way to quickly put it in the score, one person per group. And it's all there for you. At the end of the night, when you're having a few beers, you can pull out the brag board for the day. Like you can even do summaries like, who was the dog that day, who lost more holes or more bets than anybody, or who was the human ATM that day. Like I've done 6 trips for people now, and these are awards that people want. Like at the end of it, we want to award the human ATM, he who won the most money at the end of the trip, who shot the moon and lost every match they played. So it's stuff like that it's all in one place that maybe isn't offered by some of the out-of-the-box apps that are available out there. And don't get me wrong, I use those apps for my day-to-day playing. You know, those are great for, we're playing golf today. Here's holes 1 through 18. But the golf commissioner is taking those conversations in the group text 6 months ago and just creating an awesome experience from soup to nuts so that you can have something that's custom, it's for your group, and that guy or gal who's used to banging their head against the wall can actually enjoy the trip for once. And that's what I tell people. the person that organizes the trip shouldn't be working on the trip.
It's funny that you say that, man, because I've been on a few trips, even some really big ones. I mean, the last one that I went on was with my buddy Justin Marshall. We went up to Pinehurst. There's 70 of us. Now, we didn't all play on Pinehurst. We played a lot of the golf courses nearby, but it was like a Wounded Warrior thing, whatever, whatnot.
Oh, nice.
But it was all veterans. Like, all of us pretty much all veterans, and it was amazing. I'll talk about all that shit later. But regardless, I remember a couple times where the guys that's organizing the trip, when it comes to for the skins for the day, I mean, seeing him trying to figure and calculating everything out. Again, that's something that your app can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Gross skins, net skins. People always like to ask me, like, well, should we do net skins or gross skins? Like, gross skins if you want some adventure and some drama. Net skins if you want to maintain friendships.
That's funny. But like what you were just saying earlier, because you were describing everything, you can tailor the app to almost anything that golf commission or that individual that's organizing the golf trip can do.
Yeah, I tell people, go to the website, view some of the live demos, and then either on my website, you can send an email, or you can do the full questionnaire, or there's an option to schedule a 15-minute call, and we'll just talk through things, and I'll take notes, and we can really tailor something to your group. Like I did a trip for 4 guys that went to Streamsong. They just needed the basics. They wanted a brag board at the end of the day, and they're dining reservations. That was very, very easy. Then I did a trip with some guys that I knew some of the group, didn't know some of the group. We went to Big Cedar Lodge. So player bios were big and popular, where people got to enter their own bios.
Oh, that's cool.
So you got to know each other. And then there was a little bit of biohacking where people started changing changing each other's bios. So that was fun. And then, just useful information like, here's the shuttle number if you need to get picked up. Here are dining reservations. Here's a map. Because Big Cedar, I didn't realize, is massive. Like, that place was a resort a long time ago, and then golf just kind of happened within it. Wow. So sometimes getting from the main lodge to a golf course, like 40-minute drive. So
you something just came up when you're talking about that. So when someone wants to plan out for a trip, right? You're pretty much doing all the research for that area, or how does that work then? Because you just said, like, if you're going up to Pinehurst or going up to Big Cedar, so it's like, I know that of individual, like, okay, these are the golf courses going to work at. So, like, talk about soup to nuts. Take me through it.
So we're more of, you've put the trip together in terms of, you've booked Pinehurst, or you've booked Bandon Dunes, you've got your tee times, but you're tired of sitting in front of your computer at a spreadsheet and putting all this together. And by the time you've gotten the scorecards and you've dotted them up so nicely, Johnny and Bill come over after they've had a few bourbons. Hey, we want to play together tomorrow. And you're like, son of a bitch. So if you're using the golf commissioner, a couple drag Johnny and Bill out of this tee time, put them together here, and you don't have to worry about that because all the dotted scorecards are done for you.
And that's something that the user can do, or is that something they have to talk to you guys about?
Either way, very customizable. I can build in an admin back office where if I'm the organizer of that trip, I can do it real quick. And also that'll keep the drunkards away from screwing with anything because it'll be password protected. Or they can just send me a quick text and we can make an edit for them too. But most people I found, they'd rather have control of it. Because you got to imagine, like I said, my target audience is the organizer, so he or she is already used to.
Exactly, they were being analytical, making sure that everything's dotted, so forth like that. I mean, because I've done 1 or 2. I know my buddy Brandon has done it. When we talked about earlier before we got started, was like we do like local area trips and everything. We've done over in Cocoa Beach, out over here, because again, we live in vacation land. I mean,
we're lucky.
Gorgeous. People pay thousands of dollars to come here, and we live here. So, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, who's paid for the who this, that, whatever. It's such a pain in the fucking ass, F.U.C.C. fucking. You know what I'm saying? So I got to do it. But you know what I mean? It's such a pain in the ass trying to figure out who's where. We had the time where I'm going to call him out, fucking Angel, OG Pards. I'm not going to tell you where he works. Walk-On's Bistro in Wesley Chapel, my boy. He's the general manager. Fucking love you. Him and DJ went to the wrong golf course. If maybe they had the golf commissioner, they could have looked this shit up, or maybe it's whatever it may be. We're at the wrong place.
Is that the classic Heritage Harbor mix-up?
Oh, good point. No, this was down in, Calusa, down in Lakewood Ranch area.
Yeah.
So there's a Calusa something. There's a Calusa. There's like 2 of them. Yeah, Angel, DJ. I could do that podcast. But you know what I'm saying? It's like that would, in a way, help out if they can't get a hold of us because maybe we don't have the phone. They could pull up the app. Shit, we're at the wrong place.
Yeah, it'll show them exactly. And those are some of the, people always ask, like, what are the problems you solve? The headaches that that stand in the way of having a good time. Because what is a golf trip really about? Like you said, being present and enjoying it.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to be is the person at the end of the bar struggling to figure out skins and stuff. And you're 3 drinks behind all your buddies who are having a great time at the other end of the table. This way, if people are inputting their scores, everything's done for them. The itinerary's there. When dinner is all in there for them. So all you have to do is say, check the app.
Damn, dude, that is awesome.
And then you can catch up 3 bourbons with your boys and not worry about it and actually enjoy the trip.
Exactly, yeah. Because you're absolutely right, man. I've seen these guys where, especially even after like a tournament, you see them already doing all the scorecards, trying to figure everything out. But I mean, again, it's all in the app. So when it comes to the app itself, is that something you said earlier? 1 person out of 4, or the foursome needs to have it?
One in every foursome just needs to do it. So not everybody needs to be dialed in looking at it. I mean, they can all have it on their phones. And one thing that's nice about it is that because it's a web app, essentially a mobile-friendly website, whether you're a green texter or a blue texter, it's very agnostic. Nobody's going to fight over this. Which also, like, for one of my trips that I did, they wanted a central repository for pictures and Smack Talk, so they can do that as well because not everybody has iPhoto. So
I know iCloud or whatever, all that stuff. Yeah.
So they can't share the photos seamlessly, but it's right there, and you can click on it and download it if you want to keep that picture. So everything's very centralized. If you want it, that's not something you have to have. Of course. But
so when it comes to the customizable and like everything you can do with the app, let's say that you're on a trip. Can you say, "Hey, Chris, can we add this to it?" Or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, typically changes like that only take 10 to 15 minutes to build in. You know, if I got an inquiry from a group like, "Hey, we're headed out tomorrow for Pinehurst," could probably have something turned around the next day for them that can go live. I mean,
no shit. The biggest thing is just as an IT guy, did information management, all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's all just make sure the data's right. You know what I mean? Give me all the names, whatever. We'll put it in some pivot tables, blah blah, whatever it may be, just for that it can easily be grabbed onto.
Exactly. I mean, big shout out to AI in general with vibe coding and everything now. So I've been trying to institute some of this with golf groups at my local club.
Yeah.
And a couple of guys that I play with are like, "Man, we did this 6 years ago and we spent $100,000 and it never took off." But it's a lot of the same features, but trying to develop back then, you had to hire a team of developers and you save some money, you do it offshore. But now some guy with no coding background, but knowledge of golf and a decent network can make it happen in a matter of minutes.
I mean, the fact that you're doing it, because nobody else is doing it right now.
Yeah. Not that I've really seen.
Yeah,
so.
I have not seen it. That's why I'm very excited when I was telling the guys here just at work that they had no idea that there's something, out here.
A lot of us have been exposed to the big player out there that does something like this is Golf Genius. If you've ever played in a tournament, but it's very bland. It's very binary, I guess I would say. But that's all it needs to be. Just take scores. But like, one example I always use, it's very polarizing. I always like to ask people, tell me about how you play the game Wolf. Because asking people how they play Wolf is like dialects of the Chinese language. There's dozens, if not.
We have to add numbers. For those, here's the rules for Wolf, because I'm not going to say it out loud. So I'm going to put it right here. But you're absolutely right.
Do we play blind wolf, lone wolf? Can I pig people? Does it triple? Does it
+2, half a point? What? Yeah.
Do we play wolf hammer? So it's very different. But when you ask a golfer what betting games they play, they all think it's very normal. They'll say it so matter-of-factly, like, "Yeah, I'm going to need a little bit more information," because it's not one solution fits all. Everybody has their own flavor, which is great about it. But a Golf Genius is not going to pick up on those nuances, or like, "Hey, we allow presses only on the last 3 holes." Golf Genius isn't going to let you do that, but we can do that for you.
Oh, man.
We can build it that if you're the low man going into 16, 17, and 18, you're pressing.
So you could put all those type of games into your...
Absolutely.
Oh, so when you said that, I'm thinking, no, it's not mean putting in that. You're putting in that.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
So obviously a popular format for a 12, 16 person golf trip, Ryder Cup. It's easy to do it, split up into teams. You've got a variety of formats and team configuration. It's always fun. There's bragging rights. And it's nice because you can kind of parallel to the actual Ryder Cup and the President's Cup type of format. But then some guys just want to go to a great location and play their normal betting games and mix it up a little bit. Or like when we went to Big Cedar, they've got some amazing par 3 courses, but we didn't want that to count the same as the championship courses. So we had this staggered rubric of points, and what counted for what were only three scores out of 6 per team on the par 3s counted. So that was different. So golf.
And you're doing all of that for everybody.
And it's something that when you show up and you put a peg in the ground, you don't have to worry about it
Yeah.
except just put your scores into the web app and you're good to go. So that when that commissioner of the group steps off 18 that day, they can go straight to the bar and not worry about a
Dude, that's
damn
awesome,
thing.
man. That is awesome, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like I said, I'll put a little picture right here for the website. I mean, like I said, it's very clean.
Well,
It's
thank
very,
you.
but I know you said a couple times about customizing it. I mean, you can do it to whatever maybe you're part of a college. Let's say that you're part of the game. You're the games, right? Blue and orange. You can make the app reflect the same colors. I mean, is that customizable?
Absolutely. You tell me what color palette you want and we'll make it happen. Me being a University of Georgia grad, I promise I won't take any liberties with the blue and orange. I will give you what you want.
That's awesome. That'd be funny if you do it anywhere. Maybe
Hidden bulldogs.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Put a little bulldog here or there, just for the. But I mean, that's the fun part about it. But yeah, you can do that.
Absolutely.
That's good shit, man.
Like there was one of the trips, wanted automatic awards to be given at the end of each day. And when you logged into your home screen that told you what match you were playing that day, who you were playing with, what the weather was going to be, it would show you, congratulations, you won this award. Or then at the end of it, they wanted confetti. So when you logged in, if you were on the winning team, you got confetti. And then the losing team said,
wow.
sorry to inform you, you have lost this year's so-and-so cup. Try harder next year.
Wow. So I'm not kidding. You're really customizing almost anything and everything when it comes to this app.
Yeah, and we can go very simple because some people just, like I said, they just want the scores and the calculations to be off their plate. Some people want all the bells and whistles and just make it a very memorable experience where they feel like they're on a tour event and everything's being done for them and the scoreboard looks legit.
Wow, man. Well, I'm gonna have to talk offline, not just for myself, but I mean, like, I know we talked about it briefly. I may or may not keep. No, I'll fucking keep it in there. You talk about like Sean Witten, though he does it. How awesome would that be? I don't think they have an app for that. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if he were to commission you, like, hey, Chris, I'm taking some guys to Greece. We want the website to be blue and white, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man!
And throw in their dinner reservations, if they've got some seafood event that they've got going.
Dude.
Because people always ask me, so what next? Like,
That's one of my questions. I mean, it's a little bit towards the end there, but like, what's next?
Yeah, because people are like, well, do you want to be a trip planner? I was like, God, no. There are people like Sean that have that dialed.
Yes.
I can't go to Scotland and have the connections that guy has.
Yeah.
Like him having that accent, like I said before we went on, there could not be a more perfect person to do golf inspired than Sean.
Yeah.
Like he was fit from the mold for that, right?
Absolutely. Imagine being, Southern accent from from Kansas or something, whatever it may be, and you go to Scotland. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He's got the voice. He's got the location. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
He's raised with those caddies and things like that. And I'm just like, hey, can I get these 12 guys on the old course? Like,
Yeah, right. You're right. But I mean, you can do this in a way for something like that.
exactly.
Help them out.
The dream would be to partner with a Sean of the world who has amazing world-class golf trips and maybe just add a little bit more white glove concierge service to these people.
Wait, good point. I like that. Just that little extra white glove.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's part of the experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one thing I should mention is the site is yours. You're paying for a service and a product. The site is yours. So 10 years down the road, you can open it up. It's like, remember when you missed that birdie to tie and push things on 18 and I got your money? It's there.
I like that, man.
So it's yours, like I'm not just lending you access to a site.
So how does it work then? Let's say that is that per trip? So what I'm getting is, let's say this year we're going to Sarasota area. Let's say next year now we're going to go towards, let's say we might be at Scottsdale, cutting hole 16. I'm just saying that obviously we pay for another service for that trip to be made.
Yeah, so you have the option to have your custom URL. So say maybe your golf group you guys are the Fuck Buddies, F.U.C.C.
Love that. I'm gonna high five. I fucking love that. That was awesome. Which they are fuck. Well, you are. That's ahead of the game, but you are fuck buddy. But regardless.
So you're fuckbuddies.golf, right?
Yes.
/ Scottsdale this year. So maybe the next year you're going to Scotland. Fuckbuddies.golf / Scotland. So you have a trip that's cataloged on your URL that I'll set up for you and give to you. And then that way you have all your trips cataloged henceforth. So, and then if your friends are like mine, they drink a little bit too much or do other things too much and they can't keep things straight, just send them a bookmark and it's a quick link for them.
It's a beautiful friendship, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful friendship, because I foresee this happening having you on board and doing this as, you know what I mean, on this, because like I said before in this podcast, what I love to do is go on these little trips around the world, around the United States for now, maybe around the world one day, visiting all these PGA event level golf course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Having conversations, fly the guys out, and the fact that we can use the golf commissioner, like guys were at Scottsdale, guys were at Wolf Creek, guys were here, and there will be these little golf commissioner for every place.
Yeah. And if what you do in Scottsdale isn't the format you loved, and when you go to Scotland, you want to do something different, it's your choice, your trip, your choice. You can do anything you want.
Damn,
we
dude.
can make that happen for you.
So what's the does that way people not blindside? Like, what's the price point? Like, are you comfortable talking about that now? Or
Yeah,
no?
absolutely. And of course, it's one of the first things you see when you're on the website, because I don't want to hide behind
Of
price
course.
or anything like that. So it's a flat fee build. It starts at $200 for what is very basic, but gets you the leaderboards, the live skin tracking, the itinerary and all that. But if you want to build in like the photo sharing and all that, we take it up to like $275. So between $200 and $275, and that's for the whole trip. So say you've got 12 people going on a trip, 200 divided by 12, you're looking at about $16 per person.
Yeah, I was about to say that if you break it down, just like when you break down an Airbnb or a hotel or anything like that,
Yeah.
just include it into the cost.
Yeah. It's like, being the guy that's labored over spreadsheets, or one of my good buddies who's a spreadsheet genius, shout out Chaz Brownfield. Everyone's like, oh, thanks for running everything. Here's a drink for you. You're probably spending $20 or $25 on an old fashioned for old Chaz. Why not spend $16 and let him enjoy the trip a little bit more?
I love how you're selling this. I'm gonna say selling it. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say is the fact that you're just trying to make just a little bit extra for that trip to make it easier for the organizer.
Yeah.
I mean, for the long term, like you said, if you break it down per individual, hey guys or gals, whoever's on the trip, hey guys, let's use the golf commissioner this time. It'll be making it easier for myself. Would you guys mind chipping in, just putting in a couple more extra bucks? That way we can have this and it'll be there forever. And then while we're playing, we can go on there, we can bullshit, do whatever we want on the app. We have the customability of like, hey Chris, can you do this, whatever, and it can be done. And yeah, it's that extra little icing, the little extra cherry on the cake for that trip, because you're already spending a shitload of money on this trip, ladies and gentlemen.
It really is. I mean, think about it. If you're running to the pro shop for a sleeve of balls, I mean, that's $16-20
Yeah, man.
what they're charging now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really is just, I mean, I don't like to, my dad always said, never give an opinion on what's in somebody else's wallet. But like you said, if you're already on a trip that's costing you $1,000 or $2,000, it's a drop in the bucket.
It really is. It's nickels.
To give that buddy
A little bit extra. Just I mean, the things that you talked about with having like the spot where we can dump photos in, the trash talking, because as you know, as we're middle-aged men, we fucking when we're with other middle-aged men, we trash talk a lot.
Yeah.
Real quick, sidebar. We played Road to the Masters on the Xbox. My buddies and I, we played last night. We're all drinking, smoking, whatever, high as shit, playing virtual, on the Xbox. And the shit, the talking that we're saying, and my sons are like, "What'd you just say, Dad? What? Suck a dick." I was like, "Boys, we don't change. We just indulge more. It's just more expensive." But yeah, man, it's having that option. You think you could do that?
It's like the golf course I play at. We've got members that are early 30s all the way into their 80s, and when you congregate at the 19th hole, it's funny. I always sit back and I see the older guys. They're arguing and shit talking the same way that the 20-something-year-olds are. It's like, I'm glad we never changed.
Right,
there's one fiber that we take with us our entire lifespan.
I don't know if women do that, but I know for men, I'm not sexist. I'm just saying I love ham sandwiches, but I'm just joking. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's something that we have that is just, it never gets old, and we just don't stop. I mean, I remember when I was getting done with work at Temple Palms, there was about 8 guys that came down from South Carolina, and they just got done playing golf, and they're still driving back up that same day. They're all in their 70s, 80s, and just fucking the same energy, the bullshitting, the talking, the cussing. I'm like, that's what I want to be. You know what I mean? But again, bringing it back to you, to have that, what you do with Golf Commissioner, when those guys, when we're that age, we'll always have that, and they can have that when we go on these trips.
Yeah, absolutely. And my grandfather in the 90s, he still goes on golf trips with his buddies. He still plays in the Missouri senior events. So
wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is awesome. So something else that I added it actually this morning, real quick. That we do you want me to pause it?
No, good.
Oh, you're good. Okay. Somebody made a comment the other night on social media about like leagues. So I know you made a comment about that, but I just saved for it. So does this tailor just to golf trips?
That was the original idea, and then I started to get some inquiries about leagues, and like, absolutely, you can run a league just like you having a running trip that you do every year with the boys. You can have a league that you give me the pool of players that are in this league, and then as the admin of that league, drop in the 12 guys that are playing that week, whatever rules, and so then you run it into week 1, week 2. Because like I said, at my course, I've been trying to get people to use it. Like we play on Saturdays, and so it's Saturday 1, Saturday 2, Saturday 3, and we just drag and drop who's playing in that week. And it's not even the same betting game. It's, we can mix it up. So,
and that's where you could put like dollar amounts, whatever, anything.
Yeah.
Like that. Wow.
Dollar amounts if you want to play gross skins, net skins, both. Play banker if you're crazy enough.
Banker. See, I don't know that one.
That is a game that can get out of hand very quick.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. That's why I'm not allowed to bet when I golf anymore either. Brandon Conda has like half of his wardrobe is his winnings from me. Golf shoes, clothes, whatever. Regardless. No, man, that's good shit, dude. I am very impressed with this app and everything like that. And I really hope that other people really do get a chance to check it out, because it's so customizable. And the fact that the customer service is amazing, the fact that they're going to contact you, I would assume, through the website, whatever, and then if then something needs to be done, you can do it right on the spot. But I mean, you have things like live scoring, skins tracking, team competitions, pairings. Here's the whole list. I'll just put it right here of all these things: dining schedule, historical results. I mean, you're covering a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of this has kind of been, what do people want to have in the app? And that's what's great, is that it kind of goes both ways. One, I'm providing some help, but they're also providing me a lot of good information. Like I said, I've done this for 6 groups now, and I've got a couple others that are happening, like a guy's trip in August, Abandoned Dunes. They want to mix it up. And then there's another guy that I met on Instagram. He's doing a 32-man trip in the Carolinas that he said, he was kind of sweating about, because he typically runs it by spreadsheet, and it's grown from a 4-man trip to an 8-man trip to 16 for a few years, and now 32. He's like, we're playing all these different formats. I don't know what to do. I'm so glad I saw your Instagram post. So
this is awesome. I'm gonna put that down as a 3 minutes. That is perfect, because you're absolutely right. As your trips get bigger, which ours I know potentially will get, is dealing with all that, and then it's going to be a pain in the ass.
But that's how our spreadsheet started. It started with a small group, and then by word of mouth, like, oh, you guys do that trip, I would love to join. It's like, well, if we can find 3 more guys, we'll make it 12 instead of 8, and then it's 16 instead of 12, and that spreadsheet becomes too cumbersome to use, because it can't. You
got to go to different tabs. This cell has to go to that cell. Blah blah blah.
For the longest time, until that app Splitwise came around, which I kind of initiated a bunch of and imitated a bunch of their functionality within the app, where you can, at the end of it, say Johnny pays Zach this, and everybody has their final amount that they owe, whether it's bets, dining, lodging, it's all in one place. But my buddy Vince, who was a spreadsheet guru, we would use that for everything, whether it was us going rafting in North Georgia, or a golf trip, or a couples trip. We all needed, Vince, I need you to send me that spreadsheet again. Like, if Vince didn't exist, it would have been a mess. But,
oh man.
But fast forward 15 years, and
here you are.
We don't need Vince.
Yeah.
Still love you, Vince.
We don't need you.
Still love Vince.
He said it. He said it. Shit, man. So, we kind of touched on a little bit. Where do you see this then again in 5 to 10 years? Is it just combining with those places
Yeah, we'd love to have those strategic partnerships where we are adding to, if you're a trip planner, we'd love to be your partner that adds like I said, the digital headquarters for that trip, that adds a lasting experience. And I don't know if you looked at some of the demos, like I try to make it very beautiful. It can be very simple and very just color centric, or like the Abandoned Buddies trip that I put together. There's a beautiful coastline trip, and you can have people's pictures for their player bios, things like that, like a complex.
The weather, all that stuff. I mean,
all the creature comforts. Like, one of the big reasons why I looked to making a solution is one of the trips I was going on. Like you said, sometimes it's more about the people you're with than what you're playing or what you're doing. So, some old high school friends wanted to play with each other, but they still wanted to maintain the integrity of the betting structure. So they wanted to play blind matches. So you and I might be playing with each other on the same team, the same foursome, but our competition is in 2 foursomes behind us. But they wanted that to be. So how do you keep that on a scorecard? It's like, are you sure? You match them up? But no, I built it in, and it worked seamlessly.
That's rad.
And that's when one of the guys, we're having a few, was like, you need to make this a business. Like, I don't know. And then I started thinking about it, and it's like, let me give it a go and see what happens.
I mean, absolutely. The fact that if it fails, at least you tried.
Yeah.
But the fact that, bro, you're willing to put yourself out there, and this thing is always adapting. It's always evolving.
It is.
Because you're, like you said earlier, when someone says, I want to try this, I want to do this, whatever, you figure it out, you implement it. Yes, there may be the guinea pig or whatever, but you're there to correct things if something were to come up.
Absolutely.
And then now you can incorporate for the next golf trip. Like, oh, by the way, we offer this.
It is, and it's you hit it on the head. It's kind of a living, breathing animal, so to speak, and that we're gaining more experience from other people's experiences, and it's helping us grow and mature. Honestly, I'll say the first one that I put together was white knuckling, because here somebody has given you money, they're trusting something that's probably very sacred in their guy group or their gal group. Like, we look forward to this trip every year, and now your trust is in my hands to make sure that this works seamlessly. So thank goodness it all worked out. But that first one was, like I said, very white knuckling.
Wow, man. Oh, I bet, dude. Because again, I can't wait to use it. I can't wait to, when we have our, actually, it's funny, we were just talking about it just the other day about our next golf trip. We didn't get a chance to do it this year, but already we're planning it early next spring, and it's maybe even this fall. I'm going to hit you up. We're going to use this because this is just awesome. I would love to use the Golf Commissioner on the app if it's going to be myself or Brandon to organize everybody, because you're right, it is a pain in the ass. Like, who didn't pay? Who's paying this? Oh, you owe me this, whatever. And it's not to say like, you know, it all comes out even in the end. We have those some friends that don't fucking do that. F.U.C.C. fucking, you know what I mean? And it's pisses you off because it's like, dude, you knew about this. You're not freeloading in a way, and this helps with that.
Exactly. Or, you know, leading up to a trip, everybody agreed, like, okay, we're going to put $100 for skins, $100 for team competition. And then if you leave the trip, it's like, oh, I'll figure it all out, and then it gets pushed another, then kids have a soccer tournament out of town, so it gets pushed back another week. The longer and further removed you are from the end of the trip, the less likelihood that, and people, you know, they buy into the concept of the trip, like, all right, we're playing for something, this is meaningful. And so if there's no end result, no closure to it, people are like, oh, come on. And they're not going to do it the next year. But
exactly,
at the last day of that trip, you see Johnny owes Zach this, and it's all very black and white. Here's his Zelle, here's his Venmo, take care of it right now. No excuses, and you're on to the next year.
I'm not gonna call this motherfucker out, but I almost sold a driver on a trip. We know what we're talking about, right? Whoever knows about this story, I'm gonna put that shit on Marketplace. I swear to God, I did.
Really?
I was so. That's it. I'm gonna leave it like that. But those that know. but again, that alleviates that.
It does.
That headache, because again, as the organizer of a golf trip, it's just like, okay, it's not just the locations, but like who's paying who's doing what.
Yeah.
We're all taking agreement on this golf trip to make it easier, guys. This is what we're doing. Oh, you don't know? Here's the website or the app.
Yeah.
It's done.
All your questions are answered. What time's dinner? What time do I tee off? And who am I playing with? And how many strokes am I getting?
And then also the extra stuff, the photo dump, the bullshit, the bantering, the whatever it may be.
Yeah.
We want to change bios. Oh, I'm gonna mess with some bios. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man. Well, Chris, is there anything else that you would like to mention or talk about? That was already 50 minutes, my guy.
Oh, that flew by.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I told you earlier. And I greatly appreciate being such a huge supporter of the podcast,
of course, man.
Of what we're doing. It's like, you realize now, I mean, you even said you wanted to see the behind the curtains, and now you're here, you're fucking sitting here. You've been watching, you've been following it, and how these conversations go by so fast.
They do.
I mean, we're just talking, bro. Like, whatever you want to talk about, whatever I want to talk about, and it's just so... With that said, is there anything else you wanted to mention about Golf Commissioner that we might have missed out?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, if you're interested, if you've got a trip coming up, whether, you know, in the near term or next year, check out the site.
Yeah, and the website is?
thegolfcommissioner.com.
I'll put it right here. It'll be right here, nice and easy.
There's links to Instagram too. If you know, take a look at click through the demos, scroll through it. If it's something that interests you, fill out the questionnaire, shoot me an email. We can talk on the phone, or we can, you know, do the experience builder, and I'll get a lot more information about you, your group, the vibe of your group, and what you guys want, and go from there.
Awesome, bro. Oh, good shit.
And I appreciate
so, well, before I let you go, you already gave me my gift here, which is amazing. Awesome. Thank you very much, sir. And sleeve of golf balls of the Golf Commissioner. Again, I love the logo. But as you know, you mentioned it earlier, Fuck Buddies. So first off, is I like to give out ball marker, divot tool, ball tool, whatever you want to call it, folks. I mean, you could use it. It's great, just because, you know, I'm very passionate about it. And of course,
thank you,
sir, you are now officially a Fuck Buddy. When that happens with the thing, and then a Fuck Buddy there. So, brother,
that's gorgeous.
Thanks very much, man.
Thank you so much for having me, man. This was awesome.
Dude, it's just a conversation, man. I mean, it's like, if you're really down to it, we can easily call over there. We can play golf right now. We can play 9 holes if you want, or we can save it for a later date. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit more offline. But bro, again, thank you for wanting to be on the podcast, brother. I really appreciate it, folks. Here's his website again for Chris Jones and the Golf Commissioner. Check it out. If you want to have a little bit of a cherry on top for your golf trip so you don't have to worry about money, scheduling, people texting you all the time, you can direct people to the, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, sir. Number 2, I said it, folks. It happens. But please, guys, check out his website. You can play around with it a little bit. And if you have any questions, you can easily contact Chris and you can check out the Golf Commissioner. So, folks, if you got nothing else, Chris, nothing else, brother, appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you. This was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Again, folks, well, with that being said, this has been your friendly Abash Cup Cutter. Don't be shy. Come say hi.
You're friendly, unabashed cup cutter. I slice through the turf like warm butter, planting dreams in the grass, one putt under. You're friendly, unabashed cup cutter.